Hey boys and girls, it's Mr. Auslander and Jovi. Hey buddy. Say hi to my students. Jovi's really chill right now because he spent the afternoon over at my sister-in-law's house playing with his brother Bailey. And they played hard. And that's why he's tired, which is good for me so I can get some work done without having to worry about entertaining this guy because he gets into everything. So anyway, as you know, you have to do both sides of your math worksheet, or else you have to do it for homework. And one of the questions, let me see, one of the questions that you have to do is 1/2 plus 2/3. Okay, so let's do that. First of all, that answer's got to be more than 1/2, right? Because 1/2 plus 1/2 is 1 whole. 2/3 is greater than 1/2, so my answer has to be more than 1/2. I'm sorry, more than 1 whole. So let me do it on a piece of paper. I'm sorry, I don't have the energy to figure out how to write on my screen. 1/2 plus 2/3. So the first thing we need to do is figure out a common denominator between the two denominators, 2 and 3. Those are the two denominators. And we need to find the least common multiple of 2 and 3. Now, I know this off the top of my head, and I bet a lot of you do as well. The first couple multiples for 2 are 2, 4, 6, and 3 has 3 and 6. And boom, 6 is the least common multiple. So I'm going to make 6 become my new denominator. I'm going to turn them into equivalent fractions where 6 is the new denominator. So I want to make 2/3 equal something out of 6. So I think to myself, 3 times what equals 6? 3 times 2. So I'm going to multiply my denominator 3 times 2. And if I multiply my denominator 3 times 2, I have to multiply my numerator also by 2. So 2 times 2 is 4. 2/3 equals 4/6. And 2, if I want to make 2 equal to 6 to make them equivalent, I'm going to multiply my denominator by 3, and I'll multiply my numerator by 3. 1 times 3 is 3. 1/2 equals 3/6, and that makes sense because 3 is half of 6. So we have 3/6 plus 4/6. If you add them up, how many sixths do I have? Well, now I have 7/6. Well, 6 out of 6 is 1 whole, right? So 7 out of 6 is 1 whole and 1 extra sixth. So 7/6 is 6/6, which is 1, and an extra 6. 6/6 plus 1/6 gives me 7/6. So 7/6 equals 1 whole and 1/6. And my prediction came true. I assumed 1/2 plus 2/3 would be greater than 1 whole, and it is. Ba-bam. Okay, complete this side, and the back side is all about equivalent fractions, which you should have no problem with, and you'll do great on your math assignment. When you finish both sides, you are to work on Dreambox. Go for it, guys. Oh, but before you do Dreambox, make sure you have finished your Edpuzzle. Your Edpuzzle is all about the Columbian Exchange, and make sure you have completed your assignment about Diwali. Thank you. Do your best.